Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. Last night, I honestly laid down in the bed, forgetting that TNA Impact was on last night, and it was the big return of AJ Styles. Not the return that we had last week where he just showed up. I'm talking this week where he actually had the match against Magnus. This was the 9th of January edition of Impact. I guess it'll just be highlighted by the big match. But this episode of Impact was awesome. This was very, very good, and I'm wearing Cody Rhodes shirt, just in case anybody was wondering what the heck that was. But I really liked this. This was a lot of fun. By the time the show was over, I was pissed. I was very mad the way that AJ lost. It was like the whole roster of heels. Anybody who is a heel in TNA was out there in the ring against AJ Styles, and the only person to help AJ was Sting. The way they laid this show out was that basically anybody who's anybody was not going to be able to go out there and help. Kurt Angle was sent off on an emergency, and during the main event, it was stated that maybe that Dixie had created the emergency as a way just to get Angle to furiously leave. They had I don't know how much Eric Young would have helped, but I mean, Eric Young is a guy who's been around forever, who would be a friend of AJ. Had to go to the back because Lady Tapa and Gail Kim kicked the shit out of ODB during a match. Abyss/Joseph Park got laid out by the Bromans. Samoa Joe basically got told by Dixie Carter that not to show his face around there. So I mean, the heels just had free reign over this. The match started. It was Magnus against AJ Styles, and it was a one-on-one match for probably a minute before EC3 got involved. EC3 brought Rockstar Spud, who my wife kept calling Rockstar Potato before she finally left the room. Then there was the Bromans came down, and then Zima Ion, or DJ Z as they call him now, he hit his finisher on AJ. I honestly didn't remember ever seeing that finisher before, if it's not a new move, but whatever it was sick as hell, and I honestly thought that could have been the finish. I honestly thought AJ could be done from there. They all put the beat down on him until Robert Roode came out late in the match, and it was Robert Roode that's the guy that finally finished off AJ for Magnus to get the pin. All of this making look like Magnus looked like he's just really the champion who just really doesn't do any of the work. There was many times in the match when he would just stand over in the corner and watch everything that was going down, knowing that he is the champion, but he's not the guy who's actually putting in the work in order to beat AJ. There's got to be a point in this storyline that I think that that he comes back for Lockdown, but more than likely this might just be the match that is like the start of the turn for Bobby Roode. Maybe you make Bobby Roode as the face go up against Magnus, your backup plan in case you're not able to sign AJ Styles, and not have him come out saying he's the guy who actually put in the work on that match, who actually put him down on the ground. But this episode of Impact was great. I really honestly don't know why in the middle of the show there was 2 cage matches, but I'm not really honestly going to complain about those 2 matches. One was Bobby Roode against Sting, which was good, and then there was another one which was Kurt Angle going up against Daniels and Kazarian, which was a very, very great match. Very fun as well. Honestly, I say you'd go out of your way to watch this episode of Impact. Really, really good stuff. Bromans versus Eric Young and Joseph Park, you can sort of throw out the window unless you're really into the Bromans like I am, and you have DJ Z on the outside really kicking the party off. I had a ton of fun watching this episode, and we'll have to see where we go from here. I'm guessing that next week is the big pay-per-view edition of Genesis, but I'm not 100% sure, so we'll go from there. Peace out, everybody. Have fun.